Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today on this Integrative Health Coach Success podcast. This is episode 102. Hopefully you enjoyed the last week, which is our celebratory week of episode 100 and 101. I gave you kind of an outlook on my beliefs that the future is really bright right now for health coaches. And that is why I believe that if you're not a health coach right now, you want to add it to your repertoire, meaning that if you're a personal trainer, if you're an acupuncturist, if you're a chiropractor, if you're an esthetician, if you're a massage therapist, if you're any of the health-based fields, add it on. No doubt about it. If you're a nurse, add it on. And that is because people right now, by the millions, are looking for health coaching. And again, they're not looking for health coaching per se. They're looking to receive the results from health coaching, right? Which is to lose weight or transform their body or gain weight, gain muscle, right? Or they're looking to get well, or they're looking to live longer, or they're learning about biohacking, whatever it might be. And it's the health coach that is the guy that's going to get them there. Now, I would say over about 50% of all of the IHPs we have inside of our IHP community, they have no experience in the health or fitness field at all. And that's amazing as well, because these people now are learning it for the first time, and they're going to be able to help people with the de-stress protocol. They're going to be able to help them with, if they do level 2, with different at-home lab testing. And I'm telling you right now, it's an amazing field to get into, even if you only want to do a couple appointments a week. That's the truth. So my job on this Integrative Health Coach Success podcast is maybe you become, again, like my job is this. You may or may never become an IHP, and that's okay. My job is to teach you how to be the very best at what you do in terms of setting up a career that's going to help the greatest amount of people and that you can feel proud of and that you can make a great income. Because it's my belief that health practitioners in general, health and fitness professionals, deserve to be well compensated because they're helping people to live a better life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and that rubs off on all of their relationships, their family, their children, and potentially children's children. So this to me is, it's really how I look at it, as paying it forward. These are all things that I learned the hard way. I've been doing this 25 years. I learned everything the hard way. There was no easy way. It was just all hard way. You have to understand, the internet wasn't even that big until like the 2000s, right? And I've been doing this since 1997 or so. So I had a decade before the internet of doing everything the hard way. So anyway, but it's all been worth it. It's all been a lot of fun, and I've always loved the journey. I don't think that I loved the journey until I was about 27, and then I actually got well, and then I realized, okay, if I can overcome that, well, I can overcome anything. And so everything is a journey. And don't get me wrong, there have been many frustrating parts of my career. And again, that's why I'm trying to share and make them less frustrating for you. So here's the thing that I've shared this before. And if you haven't listened to episode 98, you need to do that right after the show. That should be the one that you check out. And that's the simple 5-page website that every coach should have. So it doesn't matter, again, whether you're a chiropractor, esthetician, acupuncturist, integrative health practitioner, whatever, does not matter. Listen to that podcast. This is what works. Again, it's what works. Like, I just want you to know that so that you don't lose any potential clients that come to your website. Because today I'm going to share with you then what to do with that website. Now, here's the thing. You work hard at getting referrals from other clients. You work hard maybe doing like lunch and learns in community. You work hard maybe doing interviews or writing articles. You do social media posts, all with the goal of getting a client to learn more about you. So they go to your social media profile or they look at your business card, and what do? Okay, they go to your website, right? You need a website. That's the bottom line. Because here's the thing. Every professional company has a website. So if someone's like, oh, what's your website name? You're like, I don't have one. Well, they're just going to right away. They don't know you. Again, I'm not saying it's fair, but they don't know you. And they're like, this person doesn't even have a website. It's 2022. If you're listening to 2025, you're like, it's 2025. It's like, you have to have a website. And I'm not putting anyone down, but it's a game changer. I created my first website in 2002. And I did that because I wanted to look like a professional. Like, that was my goal even back then. And I was like, well, this is a way to differentiate me. I'm super young. I'm competing against everybody else who has more experience than me, potentially more knowledge, and I need to look professional. Like, that was a big part of it. And it worked, right? Anyway, so here's the thing. the thing is, you want people to land on your website, and you don't want them to be all confused, for it to be cluttered, for there to be low resolution images. These are all things, and I talked about that on episode 98, so I'm not going to rehash it today, but these are all things that just causes your potential client to just leave. And now you worked so hard to get them there through social media, your articles, all these different things, and then they just leave. So what I want to share with you is, again, how to build a website. That's episode 98. And then today I'm going to share with you the software you need to make the website actually run efficiently. All right, so let's get into that. There's just about 7 items or so, and these are really, really important. Okay, the first one is this. Make sure you're using professional website hosting, all right? Professional website hosting. That means that when someone lands on your website, it doesn't take more than 2 to 3 seconds to load. Studies have shown, and you know this yourself. So here's the thing. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is because I don't keep it on me all the time, and I don't have it on me right now. But we know, you and I both know, that if you go to a website on your phone, that if it takes more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 to load, you're gone. You just click the back button, right? Because you don't have the time. Nobody has the time. You're like, this website must be broken. We all know this, right? We all do this. And this is now proven. So just make sure your website, your homepage actually loads in 3 seconds, all right? The second, use a professional host and essentially theme for your website that makes it mobile friendly. If it looks like a desktop website on a mobile phone, that can't happen anymore. No, people are unforgiving of that. So important, and again, I'm not going to play favorites for the best domain hosting and all of that. You want to use a professional domain host to what's just called act as your server. They're the one that keeps your website on the internet. Okay, so that's number one. The second is this. And again, this whole episode intertwines with episode 98, so please do listen to that show. So all roads, as I say, need to lead to Rome. You have to know what a new client is looking for when they come to your website. They need to build trust with you. They need to feel connected to you. You do that through how the website is actually designed and written. And then you just want to get them on the phone. That's it. In person or on the phone, ideally or video if you're virtual. That's what you want. You want to get them on a Zoom call or some type of video call. That's what you want. Now, you need to make that easy, right? So we used to do a big, long application process. But again, times change. You need to keep going with the times. People don't want to spend 10 minutes filling out an application. Now, they will in the future once they become your client. But for right now, you just want to help. You just want to schedule them, right? You just want to help them. So what you want to do is schedule that free consultation, which means it has to be really easy on your website to find the free consultation. And then they need to go to that page, and they already know why they're there. So don't make that page cluttered. There should be like 2 or 3 lines of what to do. And then schedule right there. They literally schedule a time with you for a 30-minute block. It's called a 20-minute consultation, but it's a 30-minute time block, so you can leave a little extra time for them. Now, if you're a personal trainer and you do a 60-minute consultation, great. The same, again, this applies for everybody. You just set up a 60-minute consultation. That's it. Put the software right on your website. Don't make them go over to Calendly. Don't make them go over to another software. Keep it professional. You can embed it right on your webpage. If you do that, you look like a pro, okay? You want to look like a pro because you're going to charge professional prices. If you're charging $50, then you can send them anywhere. But that's not going to be the high-end client you're looking for. And I want you to be compensated for your time. So you are going to have a scheduling app, and it's going to be able to be embedded in your website. It's going to be simple. These things cost no more than like $15 a month total. And if a client is paying you $180 or $290 on average a month, it's not a whole lot of money. One client's going to pay for everything. And I'm talking about one client consultation, one appointment. That's it. All right. So you need automated scheduling on your website. The second is this. They schedule great. The both of you need to receive a confirmation. Okay. You can't be going into your scheduling software like some of them are to find out who's scheduled and who hasn't. They need to get an email confirmation with the date and time in their time zone, okay? Because remember, we're virtual, right? You can work with people all over the world. So if I'm in Boston and I'm talking to somebody in Australia, they need to get it on Eastern time that hopefully translates to Australia time, right? Australian time. And you can do that, right? Software allows you to do that. Select your country, and it will then change the times for you. Really important. So now you get an email saying, Joan scheduled their free consultation with you. And you wake up to seeing 1 or 2 emails from people that have scheduled free consultations. You need to have to go back and forth, right? Back in the day, what did I do? I had an admin inside of my clinic scheduling all day long. That cost me like $40,000 a year to have an admin scheduling all day long. Now, they're amazing. Love them. They're fantastic. But the scheduling was always back and forth, back and forth. Now, you put in the times you're available, someone blocks off that time, you get a confirmation, you click on it, and it gets added right to your iCalendar, iMail, whatever you're using, right? Google Calendar, and it's great. Now, the other thing that you can do is if you're using Zoom or something like that, and Zoom is free, by the way, you can use Zoom for free, that it can connect in with some scheduling software. So that means when they schedule an appointment, they get the Zoom link as well. How great is that? How professional is that? So now you just click inside of your Zoom account to start that call, and you get on with that client. It's fantastic. Really, really great. All right. The other thing that you can do to up your game is to add SMS text to this. You don't need to, but how great would it be the day of your appointment or the day before, depending on how you set it up, that your client gets a text reminder to say, hey, you've got a call with Julia tomorrow at 2:30 to 3 p.m. Eastern time. That then is going to cut down dramatically on forgotten and canceled appointments because you don't want to reserve time and then have people forget about it. So adding that SMS text, everybody keeps their phone on them, except me, apparently, while I'm recording podcasts. But everybody keeps their phone on them, right? So they're going to get that text and they'll be like, oh, I've got an appointment with Julia tomorrow. Great. I've been looking forward to this, right? So they reserve the time and they're ready to go. Or they see it and they're like, I've got an appointment. I got this going on. Let me reschedule right now. And rescheduling, guess what? They don't need to email you. They reschedule right inside of the app with a quick link. That is the power of automation. What I'm sharing with you right now is cutting down on at least a couple $1,000s in a virtual admin, or it's cutting down hours per week for you. Literally at least 1 to 2 hours a day. You're going to save minimum 5 to 10 hours a week with this. And we're talking about all software for your website, somewhere around $50 to $70 maximum per month. And again, you might say, well, that sounds like a lot of money. One appointment per month is going to net you $180 to $290. And then if you're doing what we teach, especially inside of the business mentorship experience, how to use your ambassador links on your website to earn $50, $100, couple $100 in commissions from offering products that you love. So it's all going to be paid for, right? I mean, this is just, there's a cost of doing business. So that's that. All right. So scheduling, I just gave you the 3 ways. I'm telling you right now, integrate it, use it. You're going to look like a pro. It's going to save you hours of frustration going back and forth or trying to find a time. In the client drop off will be considerable for people that just won't do it. So you just want them to automate it, look at their schedule, good to go. All right. Next thing is this. Automated email newsletter. You keep hearing me say automated. Automate everything. So if you write, again, I talk about this. I've talked about this a couple times now. Write maximum 4 to 6 articles for your website. Maximum 4 to 6 articles. Could be video, could be, blog style, could be vlog, it could be podcast, it could be anything you'd like. You don't need a lot. You don't want to put a date on them. You want them to be evergreen, which means that anytime someone comes to your website, they're there, they look great. We've got a bunch that we use for our people inside of IHP and BME. And we teach them to write them, and they're just super simple. They're evergreen. Make one on weight loss, make one on getting well, make one on living longer, make one on a recipe, make it simple. And then when someone opts in to your email, so now you need an email software, but again, not complicated. Choose any email provider, maybe $10 to $20 a month maximum. That's it. Okay. So what do? Well, you send out now automated emails when someone signs up for either as a client or they sign up for your newsletter. And then each week, only once a week, you send them great content. Now, if you have 4 to 6 articles already written, you have content for the first 4 to 6 weeks. That's actually the most crucial point, even if you never write another one, because over the next month, they're deciding if they want to become a client or not. And then at the end of every single one of your amazing newsletters, getting them back to the website to read it with a little excerpt, or even if it's fully in your email newsletter, guess what? You're offering a complimentary consultation. Or if it's an existing client, you're having them reschedule for the next appointment. Very powerful. You are teaching, you're giving goodwill, and then because of that, you're positioning yourself as an expert, and people then are doing an appointment with you. All right, love that one. Really, it works fantastic. The next one is this. You have an email address. The email address is on your website. Your clients have it. New clients have it. It's easy to contact you. That's a big part of your website. Okay. You need an autoresponder email. I've had one now for 15 years. Your autoresponder email needs to let people know that you may not respond back for 24 hours. That's because you're not there text messaging back and forth with people, okay? They can't contact you every hour with a new question. You never get any work done, right? That's unfair. So here's what you do. Since you're not responding back, maybe you respond back in a couple hours, okay? But it says, I got your email due to my schedule, whatever it might be, working with clients during the day. I respond back within the next 24 hours, Monday through Friday, and give them your time zone, 9 to 5 Eastern time, whatever it might be. However, most questions could be answered on the FAQ page, and you link to the FAQ page, which is your frequently asked questions. Or you can then say, if you are looking to schedule an appointment, here's the link. And that works for new and existing clients. Or here's a link for the resource center. And your resource center is all the helpful things you may have mentioned on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, wherever. And there's a link to your resource center, right? Or it piques their interest, like, oh, what's the resource center? Let me check that out, right? That's your shop. So there you go. So that's a great one to have. And then you don't have to feel like I need to email people back within an hour. No, you don't have to. Not for health coaching. You don't have to, because you're also not treating disease. There's no emergencies. If you're treating emergencies, you're not doing health coaching. All right. So that's very, very helpful. One more I wanted to give you is this. Recurring billing has to be automated with your website. You cannot be chasing down clients and asking for credit cards. First of all, it doesn't make you look like a pro, right? Pros don't necessarily ask everybody every single month, oh, can you give me your credit card? It just doesn't work that way. So what you do is you have an automated system. And your scheduling software, believe it or not, typically includes the ability to be able to charge for one-off appointments or recurring packages. So if you follow what we teach inside of IHP, we recommend 3 bills, right? So they automatically get charged $180 a month for 3 months, or $290 a month for 3 months, or $490 a month for 3 months, however you want to do it. And then you build your package from there for 3 calls, or 2 60-minute with 2 30-minute, however you want to do it. And includes their email coaching, includes whatever else you want to include. But that's how they get billed. So it's doing that each month automatically. It stops after 3 transactions. And you can build any type of programs into it that you want. That is without a doubt the best way to do it. You do not want to be asking for credit cards or sending people invoices through QuickBooks, FreshBooks, PayPal. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want people to Venmo you. That is not a professional, right? Again, I'm not talking negatively. If people are Venmoing you, I'm not saying anything negative. I've PayPal people, Venmo people. I still think they're great people. It's totally fine. I'm not saying that it's not. But if you want to rise to the top of this industry and also make it easier on yourself so that you're not like, oh, did the person pay me? Let me go check. No, with recurring billing, you're going to get an actual email that shows this person was just charged and you received this payment. Again, it's kind of like it's the free consultations that are being scheduled. Clients coming back scheduling, new payments received. You wake up every morning and you look at your email and you're like, oh, I have consultations booked. I have payments made. It's running the real business. And you can do all of this automated, which again, I used to have to have an admin to have all of this happen. Now, one website with automation that costs you like $50 or $70 a month for your email, your domain hosting, your URL, your SMS text, your billing, all that is covered. And now you only need, basically like a half of a client or a quarter of a client to pay for all of this for the month. But again, I do not run a web hosting company or an email company or a recurring billing company or anything like that. But there are lots of great companies out there that can do this, and they can certainly help you with it. But I'm just wanted to share that with you. This is the automation that I recommend for your website. It is going to make a dramatic difference in your life in terms of cost, in terms of time, in terms of frustration, and it's going to lead to more clients. And the reason is it's ease of use. If you create less friction for new clients to connect with you, sign up and schedule with you, you will have at least double the amount of clients. So hopefully this was helpful. For all of the links and takeaways, head on over to stephencabral.com. Sorry, it's not stephencabral.com. Two podcasts, that's the thing. Head on over to ihp.coach/102. ihp.coach/102. Take care, everyone. Let me know what you thought of the show and if you have any questions.